I told my sister-in-law she has no right to know everything about my marriage just because she raised my husband. My husband Connor lost his parents when he was 8, and his older sister Nicole basically became his mom. She was only 16 at the time, but somehow managed to keep them both afloat. Connor always talked about how she gave up her teenage years to make sure he had clean clothes and hot meals. I get that their bond is special, I really do. But Nicole acts like she owns Connor. When we first started dating 3 years ago, she'd call him every single night at exactly 9 p.m. If he didn't pick up, she'd blow up his phone until he did. She needed to know where he was, who he was with, what he ate for dinner. It was weird, but Connor said it was normal for them. Then we moved in together last year. Nicole had a spare key to our apartment within a week. She'd show up unannounced on Saturday mornings with groceries, reorganizing our fridge and telling me I was buying the wrong brand of cereal for Connor. She knew his favorite everything better than I did, and she made sure I knew it. The worst part was how she'd interrogate me about our relationship. She'd corner me in the kitchen while Connor was in the bathroom and ask stuff like, "Are you two using protection? And how often do you fight?" When I told her it wasn't her business, she'd get this hurt look and say, "I'm just looking out for my baby brother." Connor always defended her. He'd say I was being sensitive and that Nicole just cared about us. But it got worse after we got engaged 6 months ago. Nicole demanded to see our bank statements because she needed to make sure Connor was making smart financial decisions. She wanted to approve our wedding venue, our guest list, even my dress. When I said no to helping pick my wedding dress, she cried to Connor about how I was shutting her out of important moments. Last month was the breaking point. Connor and I had our first real fight about money. Nothing crazy, just normal couple stuff about whether to buy a new couch or save the money. We talked it out and everything was fine. But somehow Nicole found out. She called Connor the next day asking a million questions about what happened, if we were okay, if I was being unreasonable with money. Connor told her it was handled and to drop it. She didn't drop it. She showed up at our apartment that night with takeout and flowers, acting like we were getting divorced or something. She kept asking if we needed mediation and offered to help us communicate better, like we were children. That's when I snapped. I looked her dead in the eye and said, "Nicole, you have no right to know everything about my marriage just because you raised Connor. We're adults and our relationship is between us." She went completely silent. Then she started crying, not just tearing up, but full-on sobbing. She said I was ungrateful for everything she'd done for Connor, that she sacrificed her whole life for him, and that I was trying to steal him away from her. Connor just sat there looking uncomfortable. He didn't defend me or tell her to back off. He just awkwardly patted her shoulder while she cried about how mean I was being. After she left, Connor was mad at me. He said Nicole was just trying to help and that I hurt her feelings for no reason. We didn't talk for 2 days, but then something weird happened. Connor's best friend Mark came over and heard the whole story. Mark looked at Connor like he was crazy and said, "Dude, that's not normal. My sister doesn't know anything about my relationship because it's none of her business." That's when it clicked for Connor. He realized that most people don't give their siblings a play-by-play of their marriages. He started thinking about all the times Nicole had overstepped and how he'd just accepted it as normal. Connor called Nicole the next day and set boundaries. He told her he loved her and appreciated everything she'd done, but that our marriage was private. No more random visits, no more interrogating me, no more demanding details about our fights. Nicole freaked out. She accused me of brainwashing Connor and turning him against family. She said I was selfish and that she'd never forgive me for ruining their relationship. But here's the thing, Connor stuck to his guns. For the first time ever, he chose our marriage over keeping Nicole happy. He told her she could either respect our boundaries or see less of us.